This is the guy at Georgia Outdoors, and in this video we're going to be taking this old lure. This is a Mann's 30 plus. Found this, been sitting around for many years. There's no telling where I even got it from. Rusted hooks, bad paint job, and we're going to be restoring it. We're going to put some new hooks on there. We're going to paint it. This is kind of a shad color. We're going to get creative with our paint job, and we're going to see if it will pass the bass test. We're going to see if we can catch some fish, and at the end of the video you're going to stick around. We're actually going to give this baby away. Now you may not want it when we're done with it, but we're going to see if we can restore it to the point where it catches some good fish and give it life again. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button because that's one of the requirements, and at the end of the video we'll tell you how we could you can win this, and we'll send it right to you. But now we're going to go to the shop and see if we can work on this lure. All right, sorry if the lighting and the sound's a little different, but we're in the workshop. We're gonna go to some time lapse, that way you don't have to sit here and watch the whole painstaking process, but we're gonna fill you in along the way and kind of show you what we're gonna be doing. I'm not exactly sure my color pattern yet that I'm gonna go back with. This is kind of a shad coloration, a little bit of white, some gold in there, a little black on the back, that orange stripe down the belly. We may do something similar, and we also may get a little creative on it as well. But this first step we're gonna do is cut it off and get it sanded down. We left a little ring on there. All right, so we're gonna leave those rings on. Now we're gonna give it a little bit of a sand job. Got some rough sandpaper 40 grit, and we have some 220. So we're gonna start off with the 40 grit, rough it down. Okay. Now we'll go to a smoother grit, smoothing that baby out. Okay, that's a pretty good prep for a surface. We're gonna clean it down just a little bit. All right, there we go. We have that taped up pretty good. Normally I would go outside to paint, but we're only talking about a small amount, so the fumes ain't gonna kill me. We're gonna go with Krylon lacquer. It's a really hard, durable finish. So we're gonna probably go 2 base coats of white, then we're gonna work off of white. So our base coat's gonna be this white lacquer color. We got our lure in this pair of vice grips. We're not worried about getting paint on. We're gonna give it just little easy strokes of white. May take a couple coats. It's really hot today, so we're gonna take it outside, put it in the sun. It shouldn't take just a couple minutes to dry up. We have cut us a piece of mesh, and mesh is gonna give us our pattern, and now we're going with metallic gold. That's gonna give it kind of that more of a natural color. So we're gonna, I hope this works. Never tried it. I actually had to sabotage a piece of hat for this, but I think that's gonna give us the scale pattern we're looking for and kind of break some of that solid white up with some metallic gold. So let's see what we can do. All right, I'm gonna probably have to get my fingers a little painted up for this, but here we go. Okay, not 100% in love with it, but I think it'll work. Okay. All right, it's looking pretty good so far, and it's drying really quick in this hot weather. But we're not gonna try any more spray paint. We're actually gonna go with some acrylic paint. I went inside, and my mom had some in her house. And I took 1 semester of art when I was in high school. So Miss Safely, my art teacher, we're gonna see what we can do here. Not completely in love with the black paint job, but that's gonna be the top of the lure, and most fish will be hitting it from below, so I think that'll work. All right, we got our black dry, and now we're gonna come back with some red on the bottom. This kind of mimics the original color pattern that was there. Okay. I'm liking what we got going on so far. I think I'm gonna go with some blue eyes on this one. Break up some of that black that I'm not 100% in love with. We're gonna add just a few yellow dots. Bait's gotta have the little black spot on the side. There it is. Match it up on the other one. There it is. So we got our spot. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it looks like a pro, but I think it'll catch a fish. I mean, that's, I've never painted before. I shouldn't have to tell you that, but you probably weren't assuming I had. But the last thing we're gonna do is, everything's kind of a flat color. We're gonna hit it with some gloss enamel, some clear coat. We're gonna hit it with a couple coats of that. What that's gonna do is make those colors pop, and hopefully it'll keep from, make them a little more durable and keep from coming off the first time I fish with it. So we're gonna hit it with a couple of coats of this and let it dry really good in the sun for a little while. You can't probably tell, but those colors are just a whole lot more vibrant with that clear coat on there. That black on the top was more of a flat black. This is just making it pop. Am I completely happy with it? No. Does it look like something my kindergartner could do at school? Yes, absolutely. But if it catches fish, does it really matter? So I was humbled a little bit. I thought I was going to be able to do this a little bit quicker, a little bit better looking, but it looks pretty good. I'm satisfied with it. I think we're going to catch some fish. So the next part of this video is we're going to tie this lure on this afternoon and go out in some deep water and see if we can catch some fish. All right, it's a little bit later on in the afternoon. We're kind of at the hottest part of the day. And if you're familiar with Georgia weather, we have had an abundance of rain nearly every day. But we're going to put the boat in, head out to deeper water. If you've watched the channel, you know I fish in this pond a good bit, but I usually kind of fish in the shallows. But today we're going to focus down the middle of the pond and on the dam side over there, and hopefully get in some deep water. I only brought the fishing pole and one lure. That's it. Didn't bring my tackle box, didn't bring nothing. So if we break off, we're just out of luck. But as soon as we catch one fish, the drawing's on. So right now we're not giving away a lure, but if we catch one bass on there, there's going to be an opportunity for you to win this lure. So we're going to get the boat in, catch some fish. We're going to get this lure in the water. Grass is kind of high. You know, I'm kind of digging this color. You know, the paint job is not professional by no means, but I think it will do the trick. This is kind of a suspended lure. I kind of play with it a little bit. It dives down really quick. Real quick. It's a deep diver. There's the way it gets that 30 plus on there. So we're gonna get out here in this deep water and see what we can do. This lure kind of suspends itself. So if you stop reeling, it kind of just sits there. It doesn't really float up real well. It's about the same buoyancy as water. And right there, I'm getting a little grass, so we may have to go out to some deeper water. And it is the absolute hottest part of the day right here. It is blazing. All right, we're getting about 40 yards of cast here, so covering some good distance here. Seen something bust way over there, and the good thing about this lure is you can launch it. Normally I would mess with that gator and try to... Do I got a fish? I got a fish. I got a fish. Got a fish. Uh-oh. Oh, a nice one too. Nice one too. Wow. This thing's got so much resistance to it. Hopefully that gator ain't coming to mess with him. I didn't even know. Wow. And that's a good bass too. Would you look at that? Pretty bass. That's what we were hoping for. Wow. He smoked that thing. You know, it's just got so much resistance, I didn't actually feel the hit. There we go. Got the hooks out of it. Well, there he went. So he was live one. So the lure does work. So we are officially going to give it away. Hand painted lure. Right here in the pond, 30 plus, the Mann's 30 plus, does work with a custom paint job. That was pretty cool, pretty satisfying. All right, ever since that one catch, we ain't had much luck, but to be honest, this pond is not the most fit for this type of fishing. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get out here in this, oh, I think I got a fish right there. My goodness. I was gonna tell you I was gonna do a trolling time, and look, right there, look at that. I was talking about trolling, and as soon as I chunked it out there to troll, caught another nice bass. Well, that is Coincidental. And I got one hook in him. Let's see if we can get him in here. And we got him in. And it is about the same size as that other bass. And I had one hook in him. Didn't even get much of a hook set there. I was really just talking about trolling because that's what I was going to do. And sure enough, caught another fish. That's pretty cool. Caught him on my custom painted lure. People pay good money for a custom painted lure. Wow, he was not happy. All right, we just got in from fishing and we can confirm without debate that it will catch fish. Spent several hours repainting this lure, and I can go ahead and tell you this is not the ideal pond nor time for fishing that lure. It's a deep diver, and the only place I could really fish it was out in the middle. There's just too shallow and too much grass. But if you want to be entered in for a chance to win this lure, all you have to do is be a subscriber, like the video, and comment. And your comment needs to be where and when would you fish this type of lure? What body of water, what time of the year? Tell me how you would fish this lure, and your name is going to be entered in for a chance to win this lure. Once we get to 1,000 views and 50 likes, those two things must happen. Then we're going to give it away. We'll mail it to you. We'll contact you and we'll give you the lure, or just send it on. And I want you to use it if you want to use it. If you don't like it, give it to someone else. Use it as a gag gift. Remodel it yourself. It doesn't really matter. But I hope you enjoyed this video. This lure's been hanging around for a few years, and we want to just give it some new life, new purpose, and enjoy a day of fishing for a different purpose. So if you would, hit that subscribe button. Until the next one, this has been the unofficial, no doubt incomplete guide. George Outdoors.